Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The first and the foremost thing about meditation is a process of undoing and unbecoming. But we are so much obsessed with doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. So, devotion is different and upasana is different. Going to the temple, destroying the nice flowers from the trees, plants, and making something called as a garland, and then expecting appreciation for the garland from the people. This is not devotion. This is upasana. But devotion or bhakti, it is not done. It is an experience. Now, to understand this, take your example, easier for you to understand. A boy and a girl, they do love. They don't have love. And therefore, they fall in love. When they fall, they get hurt. Then hurt is called as marriage. Isn't it? And because it was an action of falling in love, every action has to end. See? Now, the second thing. The mother does love the child or has love for the child. See the difference? And therefore, the mother does not fall in love. She rises in love. Because love is an experience. It is not taught. When the lady is carrying, that time her mother-in-law, every Tom, Dick and Harry starts giving advice to that lady. What you should do, what you should not do, what you should read, what you should not read. So many things. Has anybody ever told to this would-be mother, hey, love your child? No. Because the love is both action as well as experience. See? Now, if this is clear, come to your meditation. If meditation is an action, then what it is? We sit for half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. Because the meditation began at 6:30, it will be over at 7:30, and then other than Paramatma, everything will be discussed. Because it was an action. But if meditation is an experience, it is lived 24/7. See? Therefore, friends, first mistaken approach to meditation is that meditation is done. Never do meditation. So we will be learning undoing and unmeditating. All the problems gone. Relax. And this can be done only through proper understanding. There is no other way. Knowledge is of two types. One type of knowledge is that which demands follow-up action. Second type of knowledge is that which doesn't demand any follow-up action. It is complete in itself. For example, if you are told, if you do meditation for half an hour every day for 70 years of your life, you will realize, what? I wasted my time. So you have to do it. If you run every day 8 miles, you will lose weight. Oh, very good. Then, now run. Oh, I have to run also. Now, this is one type of knowledge which demands follow-up action. Second, the backdrop behind me is green. This is also knowledge. Does it demand any follow-up action? You are divine. Over. This is unbroken. You are not becoming divine. Now, when we told the backdrop is green, everybody sees, but somebody like me has the color blindness. Then I don't see the green. Where is the green? I see red everywhere. So you must be a bull in the last life. See, friends. Therefore, we are all self-blind people. So when you are having any eye problem, so what we do, we go to the ophthalmologist. And ophthalmologists do not give us vision. Vision is already there. But because of some issue such as the eye muscles have lost their ability to adjust the focal length of the lens. And therefore, when they give us glasses, they don't give us vision. They correct the weakness of the eye muscles so that the focal length is adjusted without efforts. Exactly the same way. We don't have to become divine. We have to adjust the focal length of our understanding. Presently, our focal length is I am body, I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am happy, I am miserable. Change the focal length. See? Therefore, we have to reflect on this. What? Meditation, meditation, meditation. Now, second thing. In Panchadashi only this thought comes. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dhyeyamevavashishyate. When meditator, dhyatru, dhyane, meditation, parityajya. When meditator and meditation is dropped, what remains is the Paramatma. Because there is no doer, there is nothing done. See, therefore, we have to correct our approach on the spiritual path. So, first thing, do we do waking? We don't do waking. We are in the waking experience and thereafter we do the things. Then, do we do dreaming? No. We are in the dream and then go through good and bad experiences. Do we do deep sleeping? No. We are in the deep sleep and then we snore. Now try to snore now. You cannot. Because you are not in deep sleep. So waking is not done. Dream is not done. Deep sleep is not done. Why meditation is done? Be very attentive. Waking for the waker is limited only during the waking experience. He has no entry in dream and deep sleep. The dreamer is limited only in the dream. He has no entry in the waking and the deep sleep. The deep sleeper is limited only in the deep sleep. He has no entry in the waking and the dream. See? But meditation is an experience which is permeating in and through waking, dream and deep sleep, and yet is beyond all of them. That is meditation. Now, those who are addicted to do something or the other, for them this becomes a torture. Because meditation, asana is this, nice light. Nothing. Sit the way you want, doesn't matter. See, whichever may be the direction you are looking, that is not important. See, therefore, how this meditation can be established? The first thing, all our experiences of waking, dream and deep sleep, and also the so-called samadhi, they are conditioned by three parameters: time, space and object. So, I become the meditator. I am waker. So, somebody is born. Then, I am doing meditation. Action is born. Then, I am in South Africa. Place is born. Then, I am doing this in 2024 July. Time is born. So, our experience is conditioned by so many parameters. And therefore, you will see those people who are obsessed with this time, space and object and individuality, they are obsessed about a particular place. Then the thought comes in their head that I have to go to Himalayas and go in a cave and then sit there and then, but there are too many mosquitoes here. There is no door also. And if the wild animals come, see, like you have come for meditation, they have also come for dinner. See, friends, therefore, remove this wrong notion that meditation is an action. Meditation is an experience which is not limited to waking only, dream only, deep sleep only, or samadhi only. this experience is permeating in and through all the four experiences. So, like knowledge followed by action is samsara. Knowledge not followed by action is realization. See? Therefore, where it is said, Tattvamasi, you are divine, over. But we have got cataract. See? Then we have to go to the doctor. And what the doctors do? They help us correcting the focal length. See? Therefore, as much ophthalmologists are eye doctors, we are also eye doctors. But the spelling of our patients differ. The spelling of the ophthalmologist is EYE. Our spelling is I. Which I? I.com. Therefore, meditation is a journey from the virtual reality to the actual reality. And this journey is not conducted in time, in space, and there is no attainment or achievement in this. See, friends. So, meditation is an experience where experiencer is not born, although experience is happening. Now, to understand, let's do some small experiment. Again, the same example. You are seeing the backdrop as green. By what you are seeing? By the eyes. See? Now, are your eyes limited only to this color? No. Anything which comes in front of the eyes is illumined by the vision. See? The red flower, the green flowers, the lamp, the tablecloth, the lights, everything is. Now, where is our attention? If our attention is on what is illumined by the vision, then what will happen? We will have our obsessions. I like blue color. I don't like yellow, dirty fellow. Now what is the logic? We are all the victims of this illogical virus, likes and dislikes. See? For example, I don't like dhokla. What is the logic? And Gujaratis, they will be having the bed made out of dhokla and a pillow dhokla and sleep on dhokla. They like it. Now what is the logic? No logic. In other words, the likes and dislikes have no logic. And our whole life is under the influence of likes and dislikes, is it not? Now, next step. Vision is illuminating all colors and forms. When the eyes are seeing a girl, they don't become feminine. When the eyes are seeing a man, they don't become masculine. When eyes are seeing the red color, they don't become red. Blue, they don't become blue. Meaning, if we recognize this, illuminator is illuminating everything but doesn't get influenced by anything. So, we are moving in this world, see the things, experience them, but like the mirror, there is no reaction to whatever is seen. Only reception, no reaction. See? So, seeing without a seer being born is living in meditation. See everything in this world, no reaction. How the reactions come? Our Mahamantra, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. See, hear, no comments. When we see, when we hear, and no comments, where are we? We are in the eyes. We are not in the world. So what is meditation? Meditation is not closing the eyes. Meditation is not chittavritti nirodha. Don't disturb your. No. There is one text, Tripura Rahasya. These days I am working on that text. It's coming out, God willing, when God knows. So, in probably, there are 22 chapters in that very big book. In probably 18th chapter, there is one event. The husband is the disciple and wife is the guru. So she taught him everything, and then he was in his room. A king he was, naturally wife queen. So nobody should come. Maharaj is doing meditation. You must have seen in all the meditation institutions, they have got a board outside. Meditation in progress, don't disturb. We are already disturbed. See? So, he was sitting in his bed, sitting in meditation, closing the eyes. Now the wife, Guru, comes. She looks at him and laughs. She said, Dumbo, doing meditation. What he has understood, whatever I had taught him. So she goes and sits next to him. Being wife, she hugs him. And he becomes angry. You only taught me. Withdraw from the worldly indulgence. Focus on the truth. What are you doing? So she laughs. And you are laughing now. So she, in the same jolly mood, said, Dear honey, tell me, when you are closing your eyes and sitting, what do you get? And when you open your eyes and see, what do you lose? This is meditation. We have to do nothing, only learn from our experience. And nothing can be taught, but everything can be learned. See? There is one lady, I don't know where is she now. Her voice is horrible. But she had that notion. She wanted to learn music. Now she engaged a music teacher. Music teacher is interested in his fees. He wants some kind of, victim. And then he was teaching and she was learning. Ultimately, he told, Amma, I was teaching you only for the fees. But I tell you today the truth. You are not fit for learning music. You have to have it in you. See? Like the rhythm. Rhythm you cannot teach. You must have seen there are some people, they give the rhythm so violently, but exactly at the wrong time. And how they do it perfectly at the wrong time is a surprise that they do it. See, friends, we don't have to gain anything. Whatever is revealed. And then start playing with your own experiences. You are, suppose 50 of you here. I am seeing you. Then if you become 500, will my vision have a burden to see 500 people? And if all of you go away, will there be any loss to the vision? So what do we get by doing meditation? That we will lose if we don't do meditation. See, friends. So when we are moving in this world, we will come across 5 types of objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Sound, touch, forms, colors, taste and smell. 5 of them. They are there. Now, how do we know them? We know them through the sense organs. For a blind person, colors and forms do not exist. See? Now, these 5 objects are there because all our 5 faculties are functional. I get too much attracted because of the vision towards good people and good things and beautiful things. Oh God, I had to break my eyes, so I should not see. It's being dumb. Similarly, whenever I see something here and there, I get so agitated, disturbed with it. Therefore, chitta-vritti nirodha, meditation, no thought, no thought. Don't go that dumb way. Learn. Whatever we have given importance to, that becomes the cause of disturbance. See? Do you get disturbed because of somebody else's wife or because of your wife? See? Because we have given importance to something. This principle I learned. Therefore, I told you all my spiritual practices learn from every experience of your life. One of my obsession is reduced to a great extent was cleanliness. This much dirt here and there, things not kept properly, everything. I used to get so disturbed. Then to teach me this, God created a situation. I was somewhere in Hyderabad. In an educated family, the person who invited me was a doctor by profession. And Swamiji, this is the room you'll stay and this is the bed. And on that bed, the bedsheet was so clean that the cloth for wiping the floor is competing with that cleanliness. And he was comfortable. And the whole night I removed that thing, and without bedsheet and all that, I was sitting on a chair. Could not sleep. So dirty. How can you sleep there? That day I discovered, whatever you give importance to, you suffer in life. Importance even from the spoon. For this kind of dish, this kind of spoon. For this kind of thing, this kind of spoon. Serving spoons are better, a different size. Your soup spoons are different. Hare Ram Ram. चमचे ही चमचे. See? चारों तरफ चमचे. How important it is to learn. And therefore, what is meditation? Do not give yourself any choice. Accept the things as they are. And what we do normally? We react. And what is reaction? Reaction is the mind expressing. Expression of the mind is through words. This is not in books. We have to learn ourselves. Expression of the mind is through words. Now meditation. Think whatever you want to think, but do not use any words when you are thinking. Can you think? So, what is meditation? देखो, सुनो, see, hear, मत बोलो, no comments. So, you are free from the thoughts. Once we learn this, understand, experience, thereafter, when required, do talk. When not required, no need. Therefore, try these two techniques of undoing meditation. Technique number 1. For next 3 minutes, do not talk to yourself. Stop. Now you have your experience. It cannot be spoken in words. Your experience was when we were not talking, what was happening? Mind is like the water and words are like the ice. Water is formless, colorless. Ice is with form, with color. Are they separate? Exactly the same way. Mind is one. Words are many. So when we do not talk to ourselves, this relative world is not born for us. Now, when we told, don't talk to yourself, did we tell, don't talk among yourself? No. So when you are at peace with yourself, you don't want a company. When you are at peace with yourself, you don't get disturbed by anything. So what is meditation? We don't do meditation, but we are at peace with ourselves. See? Bhagavan Shankaracharya, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva. What is meditation? Be happy. What is samsara? Try to become happy. Being is meditation, becoming is samsara. So whenever we are alone, these are very simple things. Spend some time with yourself. No more talking to yourself. So the mind remains as a mind because it is not reacting. Now be attentive. If the waters are still and you see into those waters, reflection will be exactly as it is. If a small dry leaf falls, immediately ripples are formed and reflection looks disturbed. But where? When the waters are shallow. In deep sleep, a ship, in the deep sea, if the whole ship sinks, no ripples, no waves. Because in the depth of the mind, there are no thoughts, there is no objectivity. You are not struggling, only learning the secrets. When we do not talk to ourselves, thoughts cannot come. But instead of that, we go the wrong way. Chittavritti nirodha, chittavritti nirodha. It can never be. Why should we be afraid of thoughts? When required, use it. If not required, keep quiet. So this is first step. Now the second step. Now next again 2-3 minutes. Not only do not talk to yourself, but also listen to silence. Stop. Ears can hear only sounds. Ears cannot hear silence. Now you can stop producing words. It is under your control. But external sounds which are coming, what can you do? Then how to listen to silence? Listening to silence is remaining in utmost awareness. For example, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. How many times I chanted? 3. These are 3 because we also were aware that between the two Om Namah Shivaya there was a silence. But we are normally attracted towards the sounds. So hearing the sounds is not an issue. But after hearing the sounds, reacting is an issue. Like seeing red or blue color is not an issue. Reacting, I don't like this, that is an issue. See? So in this undoing, we are not talking to ourselves and we are listening to silence means what? We are not getting disturbed by any sounds. These two things, when simultaneously practiced, and this can be done with an understanding that it is a process of undoing. Seeing is happening, but when a seer is born, then the comments come. This is beautiful, this is nice, this is good, this is not good. So, let the seeing continue to happen, but a seer is not born. You are living in meditation. See? Let hearing keep on happening, but a hearer is not born. You are in meditation. In short, the experience where experiencer is not born, that experience is called as living in meditation. Because the experiencer is not born, therefore there is neither success nor failure. You must have come across, oh, yesterday's meditation was solid. Today it was liquid. Tomorrow it will be steam. Can you say the space in the temple is holy, the space in the toilet is unholy? There is no gradation. Once you take this stand of looking at life, then we live in meditation 24/7. No more reactions. One technique I'll tell you, try. Never be a leader in life. Be a follower. Net result is you are relaxed. A leader has to worry. What next? What next? You relax. See? Therefore, when I sat here, whether I should start or not, I asked the boss, Suru. Life becomes so simple. But when I told you like this, they suffer. See, slowly, we learn this principle. Let there be actions, but no doer is born. Let there be experience, but no experiencer is born. See? And when an experiencer is born, samsara is created. One example I'll tell you. It happened somewhere. I was going with my friend and his daughter, and we were going somewhere. And as lazy as I am, so they said, Swamiji, let's go there. It's so beautiful. See how nice it is. I said, you go here. I will not come. I am happy here. No, see how beautiful it looks. I said, then you go. No, you come. See how nice it looks. 2-3 times looks. Then I told, I said, do you know, what looks beautiful is never beautiful. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look beautiful. Next 3 days she didn't talk to me. See, friends, they say that the beauty is, what is that sentence? The beauty is in the... You don't know anything. Beauty is in the hands of the beer holder. See, friends. Now you are in meditation. See, you are happy. You did not become happy. What did you get? Nothing. See? Happiness without a gain or a loss is meditation. Because na kuch pana, na kuch khona, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. And this principle is lived in and through all experiences of life. But when this is not understood, we become obsessed with every small little things. Obsession is samsara. acceptance is divinity. See, come to yourself. Are the eyes obsessed with any particular color or form? No. So, what will be the meditation? Start your journey from where you are to what you are. So, you are because of the colors and forms, or you are because of the vision, the vision. So, we start our migration from the objective world to the subjective source. So, live in this world, see everything, enjoy, but don't get obsessed, attached, and possessive of anything in life. You are living in meditation. See? So, this journey of meditation is not in space and time. It is not in action. The journey doesn't take us to any distance, but this journey is revealing the actual reality to the virtual reality. Now, to make it in simple words, the journey between the husband and the man is meditation. What the husband has to do to become a man? First of all, husband can never become a man. Why? He is already a man. He became husband. So husband is a virtual reality. Man is the actual reality. Now who is doing the sadhana? Meditation? Husband is doing the meditation. Man doesn't have to do. He is already a man. But then why the husband is doing meditation? Because he is frustrated because of his wife. Then these people will tell you, see, meditation can solve all the problems of your life. Like the yogis. Every problem can be sorted out by yoga. So one mother, innocent, she went to the yogi and told, sir, my son is constantly eating the nails. How many times I told him, don't eat, don't eat. But he doesn't listen. Don't worry, send him for the yoga classes, everything will be sorted out. And then the child went to yoga classes for 1 month and came home. Then the yogi asked, is there change? See, I told you, yoga can solve every problem. How is he now? Yes, sir. Earlier he was eating the nails of the fingers. Now he eats the nails of the toes also. Yoga. Don't get lost. You don't have to achieve anything, my friends. You are divine. Whether you want or you don't want, it is compulsory. You are divine. Therefore, what the husband has to do to be a man, see, is divorce a solution? No. You will get married to another one. Then, killing the wife is a solution? No. You will become a widower. Then, only one way. Don't take wife seriously. How? Play the role. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. You are living in meditation. See? There was a husband, he was watching the cricket match between India and New Zealand. and wife was constantly talking, and she was asking, honey, I am thinking I should cut my long hair. Cut. He was watching me. But my mother tells such long hairs are there, you should not cut. Don't cut. But now today, fashion is the short hairs. Cut. But then such long hairs are rare thing. Don't cut. Cut, don't cut, cut, don't cut. And finally, she said, anyway, now let me know. What should I prepare for the dinner? Cut. Who is listening? So, pretend you are listening, but do what you have to do. Don't argue. You are living in meditation. Meditation is not a punishment. Don't disturb. Meditation in progress. Half an hour. See? It's not a special thing. It is just being, although playing the role of whatever you have become at a particular time, in a particular situation, for a particular period of time. That's it. You are in meditation. See? Now, when we are thus convinced, meditation is not a spatio-temporal journey, but it is the journey from the virtual reality to the actual reality. What is the virtual reality? It appears, it is useful, but it doesn't exist. North, east, west, south. Virtual realities. Space, actual reality. See? So use the virtual reality to discover the actual reality. See? So the space is covered by these 10 directions. And we start giving a status of reality to them. And thereafter, then Vastu Shastra, thereafter Feng Shui, thereafter pyramids, put everywhere, get hurt here and there. See, friends, in the same manner, we are essentially divine. When identified with the body, we become the waker. Where the waker goes, in the dream and deep sleep, where he has gone. When the dream is over, where the dreamer has gone. Meditation is contemplate on this theme. Who goes to sleep? Find out. A waker never goes to sleep because he is not in the sleep. A dreamer, he doesn't go to sleep. He is also not in the sleep. The deep sleeper also doesn't go to sleep. If he sleeps, who will know it was a sleep? Then, sleep is an experience where there is nobody. Yet it is an experience. So, an experience where there is nobody born is living in meditation. So, joy, but enjoyer is not born. Misery is, but a miserable is not born. Experience, but an experiencer is not born. Is living in meditation. Therefore, we have to clear all the wrong notions attached to meditation. See? I was listening to something, how to go out of the body. And for such themes, you will get huge crowds. Then this is lie down on the bed, switch off everything, and think you are out of the body and go to some place nearby. You are there, nobody can see you, but you can see everything. See? And then once you get into that catch, you are lost in that. See, friends, therefore, don't get lost in this kind of gimmicks. This has no existence. The truth, you are the truth. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.